What's up, y'all? This is Jack Harlow, and you're about to watch my conversation with the Dana Cortez show.
What's up, Jack Harlow?
Good to see y'all, man.
Good
It's
to
good
see
to see
you.
you too.
It's been a minute.
Sure has. What's going on?
Well, your life has changed. That's that's the
I was
only
gonna
thing.
say the first time these guys interviewed you, I was like, "Y'all do it on your own." Now I'm like, "Oh hell no, I'm in this one. I'm
Oh,
coming to this party right here."
thanks for
How you
your
doing,
brutal
sir?
honesty. I said thank you for your brutal honesty.
Yeah, dude.
Well, why would I lie? I mean, it's true. You've blown up. I'm not kidding. Congratulations. The music is fire. The life looks good. You're hanging out with Drake at the Kentucky Derby. You know, everybody's getting lit out there. You don't drink though, do you?
I don't.
What is that like being around people who are extremely inebriated and you're sober?
Sucks.
How drunk was Drake the other day, though?
Mm, he was fine, bro. He's very collected.
Well, thank you for your brutal honesty, though. It does suck, right, to be the only sober one. No, I'm serious. These people get. I'm always a designated driver. Like it sucks. I don't care who
Yeah.
you're with.
It's been noted that you've been not drinking for a while, right? In pursuit of perfecting your craft, right, or reaching a higher calling for that craft. What are some benefits that you've picked up on of stopping drinking? What does it feel like in your body? Is there any benefits right now that you talk about?
Yeah, I mean, your skin gets better. You feel clear headed. I feel like your emotions aren't numbed out. You know, when I'm happy, I feel very happy. Like kind of like experienced some of the emotions I experienced as a kid.
Wow.
I feel clear. I'm in better shape. I mean, it's poison, so there's a lot of benefits. But there's times where I want. This weekend was very. I was very tempted to tap in.
You wanted one of those mint juleps, didn't you?
Nah. Let me say something. Jack Harlow is going for the natural endorsements. No alcohol. Okay, we're doing herbal essence endorsements. That's what we're doing here. All right. So a question I have for you. Obviously, you've got two huge songs right now, Nail Tech, and then First Class. But in First Class, there was a line as a mother, as someone who was influenced. My mother and my nana, who raised me, are my role models. There's a line in there that hit me so hard. You talk about one day you want to buy your mom, like you want her to say, "Is this my house?" Have you reached that point? Have you bought your mom like the house of her dreams, or is that something you're still working toward?
I bought a spot in Louisville where we're from. That's kind of for I stay there when I'm home, but she can go whenever she wants. It's kind of for our family. So,
Oh,
to a degree, I've completed it, but you know, my parents over the last couple of years have started putting a lot of work into the house that they're in and that I grew up in, and it might take a lot to get them to come out of there. I think they're in love with it.
because it's real nice now. She's like, "No, I've got my dream home."
And
What'd you get her for
it's
Mother's Day? I mean, I know you were at the Derby, so you didn't spend the day with her, but
no, she came to Derby. The biggest gift was her experience at Derby. I mean, she had a time. I think the world will get to see how great a time she had soon. She had an amazing day. But then I bought her a really nice blow dryer the next day.
oh, I love. Was it a Dyson?
Yeah.
I knew it.
Did you have
Come
to?
on, son.
Did
Come
you have
on.
to instruct your mom on
The
any rules
supersonic.
before-
Wait, we're talking Dyson.
Okay,
We're talking hair
go
stuff.
ahead.
It's the one you put in there and it curls it.
Yeah.
He's like, I don't
He's
know
like,
what
I
it
have
was.
no idea.
Okay, did you get her a big hat?
Now she had a big hat.
She already had a big. Oh, she's from Kentucky. Yeah, that's just part of the repertoire daily.
Prior to introducing your mom to Drake, did you have to give her any ground rules like, "Hey, mom, don't touch him too much, don't do this"? How was the interaction between Drake and your mother?
Very respectful on
Come on,
both
that's
ends.
Drake.
Dude, I wouldn't let Drake around my mom. He looks like a.
But your mom is single.
And my mom's she
Jack
wild,
Harlow's
dog.
mom is
Oh,
married.
she's wholesome.
Yeah,
She's a respectful woman.
Drake's a gentleman, so I had nothing to worry about.
So I'm thinking that you're probably going to be able to buy that house pretty soon because you just announced you're going on tour. This is your first, your first major tour. How excited?
Hell yeah, I'm excited. I can't wait. I love to tour. A lot of artists they don't like touring. I love touring.
So another thing I want to ask you about is, your album dropped, and if you go on the internet right now, there's like a lot. It's like the internet's bipolar. Some people are loving it, some people are not feeling it. Do you read all that stuff? Do you get into it, or do you just let it go and just not even pay attention?
Some of it comes across my desk, but I've learned not to go looking for it. I've gone looking for it in the past, and there's always gonna be negativity. And I think my last album, that's what they all say. Like I said, I went looking for it, and I kind of took some of the joy out of my release all the hard work I put in. So this time around, I made sure to be with my loved ones, and I don't know. I have so much confidence in this music, even the stuff that has made its way across my dashboard, some of the negativity. You take that and then you go listen to the album and you wonder, could it affect your own experience? Could you listen to it differently and be like, damn, they have a point. And so every time I've listened to the album, since I've seen any of that stuff, I hear the album and I'm like, this is incredible. I mean, and that's a great feeling. There's nothing, I have no doubt that I could continue getting better and sharpening up and finding ways to improve, but there's nothing anyone that could say to me to make me believe this music isn't amazing.
I love that you said that, though, that there's always room for growth, of course, but you're proud of the work that you're putting out. And you've seen the progression. Obviously, there's more fans, more people come on this tour. I remember, and I just want to bring this up personally as a Mexican-American, as a Latina. I remember when you dropped, some of your first music and the videos are out. And there was a line about that you like Latina women. And then Snow the Product kind of went at you. I don't know if you even saw this on Genius because you put the Latinas in your video and they were maids, and she was a little upset by that. Did you know that she had done that? Is that something that came across your desk? Have you spoken to her about it?
No, I never saw that. I've actually been in touch with Snow the Product in the last 2 years, and it was nothing but love. So
she loves you. She said that she loves you, but she said it just disheartened her a little bit because of like the way that Latino culture, like Mexicans in general, are portrayed. And so I don't know. Maybe one day she'll get together and she'll tell you that. But now that I have, maybe you can bring it up with her. Because you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just hard because that's the only like visuals we see of our people.
It actually leads me into another question. So you're the big white rapper right now. Do you feel like that's an advantage or a disadvantage for you?
I think there's pros and cons. I think there's everyone knows about the privilege that comes with being not only a white artist but a white human. But I do think that I have more to prove. I have to really bring it in certain aspects. But there's so many advantages that come with it too. So I think it's double-edged. I think there's nuance to it. I don't think that it's just one thing. I think there's a lot of nuance to it.
I would even feel like in the manner that you're moving in regards to like the big records that you have been able to produce, there hasn't been many white rappers who've been able to do that.
No.
Removing that veil from it. There's not many artists right now who can produce what you can produce while maintaining that lyrical content that you have. And one question I have for you is the first time I met you was the Gazebo mixtape. And I told you, I was like, bro, this reminds me of Mac Miller's Kool-Aid and Frozen Pizza.
Yeah.
And flash forward to we're here now, and you're doing world tours, you're doing arenas, you're doing all these big endorsements. What would you tell that artist? What would you tell Jack Harlow when Gazebo was out? Or maybe what would you tell Jack Harlow 5 years ago?
I would tell him you're right. Everything you think of yourself, you're right.
Yeah. Where do you see yourself in 10 years? I mean, because you're talking 5 years. Think about how quick that flew by. Now you're here. Where do you want to be in a decade from today?
I want to be happy. I mean, there's a lot of accomplishments that, I dream of. There's a lot of positions that are sought after that I'd like to be in, but I've met a lot of people that have a lot of the things I want, and they're unhappy.
Man.
And so to me, I'd like to be happy. I'd like to be in Kentucky. If you ask me where I want to be, I'd like to be in Kentucky, potentially starting a family. Who knows? I'll be 34, so it does seem like a decent time for it. Who knows? But yeah, my main priority is I want to be at peace because this is a blip. In the grand scheme of things, this is just a part of my life. This is just a moment. It's going to be a time where, the fame fades, my looks fade, all this exciting stuff fades, and I want to enjoy it for now, but I need to set myself up to be happy.
Where do you think you get that kind of wisdom from? Do you think it's from your
'cause
parents?
Yeah,
because you're 24. I wasn't thinking that way at 24, especially with like worldwide stardom.
Yeah, I just think, my parents are phenomenal, but I think the slow trajectory we were talking about, like, it actually took me a while to get here. I started early. People don't realize how long it took me to get here. So,
man, I seen that video on Twitter where you're just little rapping like seriously like a baby with your friends. So you feel like you've been building up to this point for a long time.
Yeah, and I've been considering what comes with it. I've felt all the feelings, like, and I don't take it for granted. And I know how fragile it is, and I don't think that I'm just some gift from God that my destiny was to be here. I think that I worked for it, and I think with bad decision making and grave mistakes, it can be taken away. So for me, I'm focused on doing right by me, doing right by Kentucky, doing right by my
Well,
family.
I want to say, watching you has been incredible to see it. Like you said, it's taken a long time. It's been a slow grow. That's a real grow. But something else, just from me having interviewed so many people, you don't have to do these things anymore, and you still do them. And that's why I think your career is going to maintain and you're going to sustain, because a lot of people, they get to a certain point and they're like, oh, I don't want to do anything anymore. They get to that kind of prima donna status. And we've seen those people come and go. And the people that stick around and continue the work and continue, that kind of, I guess, really remain real. They're still around,
And being humble though too, because
Yeah,
part
humble.
of being an artist and being an artist at the level that Jack Harlow's at now is doing that press run and handling that responsibility.
But it's hard. He could easily say no.
Yeah. Jack, of course, the relationship with you and Drum is, everybody knows about that within the hip hop culture. And DJ Drama has brought us Jack Harlow and Lil Uzi Vert, right? Back to back, it kind of feels like. Do we have a Jack Harlow and Lil Uzi Vert collaboration coming?
I could see it. He and I are on good terms. I could definitely see it. It's just all about things aligning and it being the right record. If we're gonna do that, we want it to be a smash. We don't want to do just
Right.
some filler record.
Gotcha.
When was the first time that you met up with DJ Drama? Like, how did you guys get in contact? How did that all come about? And what year was that?
It's 2017. I had just moved to Atlanta, and he had followed me on IG, so I was kind of excited about what that could mean. But I had just moved to Atlanta. I was working at the Chick-fil-A on Georgia State, and a guy named Randy took me to meet him at Mean Street Studios. So I shook his hand, and
Did
the
Randy
rest
work
was
with you
good.
at Chick-fil-A?
Nah, Randy was just somebody that was in the mix and is in the mix in Atlanta, just like has a lot of relationships. And he reached out to a promoter I know named Jay Wise. You know how it goes. It's
Yeah.
kind of a string of communication. Also,
6
KY
degrees.
Engineering,
Yeah, the
who's
6 degrees.
KY Engineering, who's a legendary engineer from Kentucky, has a great relationship with Drama too. So he was bringing me over to Drama. Just kind of all the energy was bringing me to Drama Canon and Lake and Generation now, and it worked out.
Obviously, yeah, from Chick-fil-A to this. Everybody at Chick-fil-A is like, man, I'm going to make it.
Yeah, shout out Randy, dog.
Yeah.
I don't even know who Randy is. Yeah.
Well, congratulations on the new album, man. Congratulations on the tour. I mean,
Thank you.
like we said, we saw you over the past two years, just, from what's popping to this, and you're on a trajectory to be a superstar, man. So congratulations.
appreciate
Yeah, you
it,
don't
man.
get a call from Kanye and Drake in the same, month if you're not doing something right. So, we're privileged to watch it. We love you, man. Congrats.
Thank you so much. I appreciate y'all.